never gonna get printed out if there's a script. They're not gonna print it. Like it's not like they give it out to everyone to read.
There was
like,
an office memo.
just
go do it, goddammit!
Just making up accents at this point.
Do it!
You heard him. Please.
You know what's better than? You know what's honestly the best thing? Pissing drunk outside.
Nothing better. Just staring up into the stars. You're like, like I'm having a great night. Like this is fun time.
Sometimes I prefer to pee outside than I do a bathroom.
Oh.
You think aliens are real?
Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pro End Podcast. There's a couple of amateur athletes talking pro sports. I'm Sam Cohen.
I'm RJ Tamello, and I'm fired the fuck up. It's March Madness, baby.
Yeah, it's March. Are you March?
I'm absolutely March. Are you March?
I'm pretty March.
I think we're both March.
I'm Marchified. You know what they
Today
do
we're March.
in the world of March? It's usually January, February, Izzo, April.
That's a fact. Can't bet against Tom Izzo. And I don't plan to do that today. I'll preface with that.
All right. So, as we have done yearly, tournament challenge. We got about 12 suckers in there right now.
I think we're up to 16.
It's March, baby. We're up to 16 now.
Yeah, we're getting some numbies up.
Got my numbies skewed. My bad.
Getting some people asking, hey, where's the bracket? I got it. It's coming. It's coming.
coming.
It's coming. We got it. We got it.
ESPN.
You want it? We got it.
It's not CBS. It's ESPN.
No, ESPN. Make that clear. Make that clear.
Change your passwords, folks. You need them.
Oh, yeah. Get that ESPN bracket challenge password all set up. I have to change my fucking password every year usually, so.
It's more exciting than this.
I agree.
It's just a chance at glory.
It is a chance of glory. 64 teams, baby.
64 teams. We never know what's gonna happen. But
You know how many wins? Only one.
let's take a look. We'll start with mine. Starting on over in the South region. Just gonna run through it. I got Auburn beating Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
I got Louisville beating Creighton. I have Michigan beating UC San Diego. I have Yale beating Texas A&M.
Ooh, we got our first upset on the board here. Yale taking out A&M.
13 versus 4 taking it.
Like it.
Ole Miss. I don't know why I said OL Miss. I got
Miss.
I got Iowa State. I got Marquette over New Mexico. His own.
His own, not going to bend against him.
So
Michigan State all day over Bryant. Love it.
And then in the next round in the South, I have Auburn beating Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
I got Yale beating Michigan. Another upset alert.
Wow. Yale's going 2 rounds for you.
Yep. I got Iowa State beating Ole Miss. And then I got Izzo beating Marquette because January, February, Izzo.
Right. That's consistent for sure.
And then I got Yale's Cinderella story unfortunately coming to an end. I got them losing to Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
I got Michigan State beating Iowa State. And then I have Michigan State making out of the South region into my Final Four.
Love it.
I'm going to head on over to the West.
You want to do it this way? You want to do
Region by region?
Region by region? I'll do South as well, and then we'll do it like that.
Let's
do it. Let's do that.
State coming out of the South.
Michigan State's going to
the Final Four.
Final Four.
South region.
Word. Love it. I, like you, have the same goddamn thing, but I'm going to tell you all my picks because we have a few differences in here. Auburn beating Alabama State. Louisville beating Creighton. I was back and forth on that all week. I hand up, already bet on Creighton. Changed my mind halfway through the week.
Not like backdoor March Madness, beat your bracket and bet fade.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm either winning in my bracket or I'm going to make a little money. So we'll see. Then we got Michigan over UC San Diego. UC San Diego, very popular upset pick that a lot of people like. I understand, like, there's some stats that show, like, oh, this could be a good upset.
Like, ratio to steal ratio for UC versus Michigan is
exactly
the most glaring one.
Super obvious, but also Michigan has 7-footers and UC San Diego has a guy that's 6'8". That's their biggest guy.
That's crazy.
So it's just not going to play. Like, Michigan's going to win that game. So I got Michigan.
Yeah, Golden's going to have his way.
Yeah, I agree. Texas A&M I have beating Yale. That's where we differ. I have North Carolina beating Ole Miss. One thing about the play-in teams, there's always more. They always want more. There's I forgot the number, but there's a pretty high percentage of teams that play in the play-in usually win their first game.
I think my professional sport playoff theory could be inserted here, and they get to play playoff basketball before anybody else.
That's a complete fact. They just played a game, do or die to get in. So, and they
Still
won by
betting on
30.
that theory. Any wild card, I think they're
Yeah.
more ready than other teams because they're in do or die mode now.
Mindset is there. They don't have to kick into a mindset. They're already in it. That's a fact. I love that take. Moving on, we have Iowa State beating Lipscomb, Marquette beating New Mexico, Michigan State beating Bryant. Moving on, round of 32, I have Louisville taking down Auburn.
Upset.
Upset alert. Auburn goes down first number one off the board in the round of 32. Then we got, I literally hate this game. Michigan versus Texas A&M. Hate it. Hate it.
It's a yucky one.
I wish I could pick against both of them, but I'm gonna roll with Michigan to go to the Sweet 16. Then I got Carolina, Iowa State. Carolina takes down Iowa State and goes to the Sweet 16. That might be a homer pick, but I absolutely love it. I think they can make a run. I think Iowa State is a choke job. They always are.
They've shown that they've choked before throughout the
They're
year.
choke jobs. It's like when I saw that matchup, I was like, oh, perfect. We're gonna have to play a high seed anyway. If it was anybody, Iowa State. Maybe if not them, like a Purdue would have been nice.
Yep.
But known chokers, Iowa State taking them. Michigan State over Marquette. Then we move on to the Sweet 16. I have Louisville beating Michigan, going to the Elite Eight. We got Michigan State beating Carolina. Can't go against Izzo, but had to go against my boys. Still be rooting for him though. Then in the Elite Eight, Michigan State beats Louisville, and then Florida. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at never mind.
In the Final Four.
Michigan's in the Final Four out of the
That's cleared out.
South region. Yeah,
Michigan State.
Michigan State. Yes. Clarify. Got to clarify that.
Definitely don't want Michigan.
Michigan State coming out of the South region.
All right, so it seems we both have Michigan State coming out of the South region, which I mean is very doable for them.
Yep.
So we'll see how that turns out. Let's go over to the West, who they'll be meeting in the Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
First off, we got Florida, Norfolk State. I'm going to take Florida in that one.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Love it.
UConn, Oklahoma, Mr. Hurley. Bye.
You got Oklahoma as well? Love it.
You know the Christmas, like the Grinch when they're at the Christmas party and he eats the plate and he goes, Santa, bye. That's Hurley.
Yeah. Got it. Should have took that Lakers job when you got offered 70 mil, buddy. Now it's JJ's and you're out of the tourney.
I got Oklahoma beating UConn. As much as I love Penny Hardaway, I got another upset alert. I got a 12 beating a 5. I got Colorado State. They're on an absolute tear. They have not lost in a very long time.
They are disgusting. I'm a huge fan of Colorado State.
Up next, I got Maryland beating Grand Canyon. Give me Derek Queen all day, every day. Real lumber in the paint. Guys, a hand.
It's the Crab 5, baby.
Crab 5.
Give
me Missouri over Drake. I don't think Missouri's going to win past this round, but I like them enough to win in the first.
What if it was Missouri versus Kendrick?
They lose.
I just want to hear your take on that.
They not like us.
Right. Fair.
I got Texas Tech over UNC Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Calipari beating Bill Self, Arkansas over Kansas all day long. And then I got Mr. Pitino, the Godfather.
Big Rick.
Of basketball over Omaha. Moving on to the round of 32. We got Florida, Oklahoma. Give me the Gators. They chomp their way into the Elite Eight.
They'll be chomping.
Missouri's going to fall to Texas Tech. They're going to raid on because they're the Raiders.
Red Raiders, baby. Red Raiders.
And then we probably have the best coaching matchup, maybe of all time tournament wise, and just of all time in general. John Calipari, Rick Pitino meet one more time. These guys want to cut each other's throats. They can't stand each other. Give me the Red Storm. They're going to bring a storm for Calipari, and they're going to move on to the Elite Eight.
I'm itching for that storyline. I need that. I need those two to match up. Need it.
The matchups, it's going to be electric.
Yep.
Moving on to our Sweet 16 in the West region, I have Florida beating the Crab 5 and moving on to the Elite Eight. And then I have the St. John's Red Storm taking off Texas Tech, moving on to the Elite Eight. And then I got the Johnnies going to the Final Four.
Wow, taking down
Back
Florida.
where he belongs. Bring
Wow,
this program back. Bring the East, the Big East back to life. They're going to bring them all the way to the Final Four. Give me St. John's.
that's electric. That's electric. Way to finish that off. That was you had me hooked in there. Also have a lot of similar picks to you in this one. We definitely went a little different route towards the end, but we have a lot of similarities. I have Florida over Norfolk State. I have Oklahoma over UConn, like you did. I have Colorado State over Memphis. That's partially because Memphis just absolutely screwed me out of a bet last weekend by missing free throws. So that's a quick way to get me to hate your guts. Hate Memphis. Go Colorado State. Horns up.
And now's the time to be making your free throws. Can't be betting on teams that are missing them.
Nope. That's literally a fact. Like you watch college basketball for long enough, you'll see which teams don't make free throws. Once I see it happen a few times, like it happens in 3 or 4 different instances that I'm watching your game, I'm not fucking betting you. I'm not doing it. Ever.
That's it.
Yeah. Anywho. Crab 5 over the Grand Canyon. Sure, it's a great place, but Grand Canyon, you're done. Is Grand Canyon the team that has the smoke show coach?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was High Point when we were talking about it the other day. No. Okay. It's Grand Canyon. So that'll be something to look for. Smoke show on the sidelines, coaching it up. Good for her. Hype. Would be sick if she won, but I think Maryland's great, so I'm going Maryland. Missouri over Drake. Drake's 30-3. Do you know that?
I did know that. I've watched them play multiple games.
I've watched a few as well. They're
not decent. A bad basketball team.
Definitely not. They slow it down a whole lot.
Yeah. But got a bad draw in Texas.
I agree.
I think if they played one of the other 3 seeds, they might be a little more safe.
I think Missouri's more of a run and gun team. They're going to speed them up, and they're good enough to also play slow.
If they got their hands, oh wait, they're not playing Texas Tech. They're playing Missouri. Who's the 6th seed? I don't know. I don't know. Fuck Drake.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I agree though. Missouri in that game. Texas Tech over UNC Wilmington. Also have Arkansas over Kansas. Coach Cal is going to get it done this time.
He's going to leave Bill all by himself.
Yeah, Bill's all alone out there. All alone. By his lonesome. By himself, you should say. St. John's over Omaha. Moving on to the round of 32. What region is this? West? Yeah. Florida over Oklahoma. I have Crab 5 over Colorado State. I honestly really wanted to take Colorado State in that game, but I just couldn't do it. Texas Tech over Missouri. The Johnnies over Coach Cal in Arkansas. Mr. Patino has the Sweet 16. Then we got Florida over Maryland and St. John's over Texas Tech, same as yours. And I have Florida.
He's got Florida going to the final.
Beating St. John's, yes. So
Michigan for a right for the Natty Championship.
Gators are going to chomp on. I think they're absolutely disgusting, dominant team. I remember watching them in the beginning of the year, and I was like, this team's really good. And then the next game, I bet on them, and they just, like, blew a game at the end, and I was like, they suck. And then all of a sudden, they won, like, every game for the rest of the year, and I was like, okay, never mind. So I almost gave up on Florida real early in the beginning, and then they gave me no choice and became the number 1 seed.
Yeah, so now. All right.
So I'm back in.
Let's move on over to the East region. We got Duke playing the winner of, should be playing as we speak, I believe, American versus Mount St. Mary. Doesn't matter. Mount St. Mary, American, Canadian dollars. It doesn't matter what you're throwing at us. Duke's winning that ball game.
Nope. St. Mary, Noah's Ark, Jesus Christ himself, don't matter.
Now this absolutely
Duke won
because we have a great inside joke. But this is the year where Baylor unfortunately doesn't win.
Wow, he took Mississippi State. Unbelievable. I would have never expected
it. Next, we got your Ducks over Liberty.
Quack, quack.
Your basketball Ducks, your football Ducks.
Yeah, I still root for them a little bit in basketball out of respect, but yeah, they're my football Ducks.
Give me the Zips over Zona. Fuck Caleb Love. Fuck Arizona. Don't like anything about them. Not a fan of the team at all. Give me the Zips.
I love that pick. I didn't take it, but I love it.
I got BYU over VCU. I got my sleeper team of the entire tournament, Wisconsin over Montana. And then I got St. Mary's over Vanderbilt, and Alabama over Robert Morris. Heading on over to the round of 32. We got Duke versus Mississippi State. Give me Duke. Cooper Flag will be back. Will be healthy. They're going to be a house, a powerhouse, a wheel, a wagon, whatever you want to call them.
Most likely.
Give me the Zips over Oregon. Zips are
Wow.
some magic, and they're going
You're
to be
zipping.
over Oregon. I'm zipping around. Bron's going to get involved. Bron's
Are
going to
you
get hype.
are you saying just a kid from Akron?
Just a kid. He's just a kid.
Just a kid. They're all just kids from
They're just a
Akron.
bunch of kids.
If you think about it, it's just a whole team of kids from Akron.
A whole team of kids from Akron.
But in reality, it's a bunch of kids from the transfer portal that are from all over the globe.
They're going to beat Oregon, move on to the Sweet 16. I got Wisconsin beating BYU, and then I have Alabama beating St. Mary's. Moving on over to the Sweet 16, I got Duke beating Akron, and then I have Wisconsin beating Alabama. I think Tanjay is going to be the most unguardable player in this entire tournament. Give me Wisconsin. Give me the Badgers.
Love it.
I have Duke versus Wisconsin in my Elite Eight. And moving on to my Final Four is the Wisconsin Badgers. Big Cat is going to have the time of his life. Big Cat's going to be going like this on TV. He's going to be going nuts. Badgers, Final Four, book it.
That's a fire pick. I love that. I do.
Book it.
Where's my thing at?
Feeling confident, maybe. I don't know.
I like it. I like it. All right, what region are we in here? Midwest? No.
In the East, sir.
East. All right.
Or SpongeBob would say West.
Give me Baylor over Mississippi State. Baylor always wins. Got to take Baylor. That's the inside joke.
Here's the thing about going against Baylor is I also know that they don't lose, so I'm willing to throw out a pick for Baylor.
Respect.
I'm hedging my Baylor.
That's true. It's kind of a win-win. Yeah, Baylor over Mississippi State, Oregon over Liberty. Go Ducks. Huh?
You left out Duke.
Oh, I skipped the first team on the bracket. Yeah, I took Duke. Unfortunately. Left him out because I fucking hate him.
I low-key thought you did that just as like a spite on purpose.
It was completely accidental, but I wish I did it on purpose.
All right.
All right, yeah. Duke over whoever the fuck wins that game. Baylor over Mississippi State, Oregon over Liberty, Arizona over Akron. Bunch of sad kids from Akron that night. I got BYU over VCU. I was torn on this pick for a little bit, but I'm all in on the BYU wagon. Wisconsin over Montana. Vandy over St. Mary's. I can't tell you why. I really can't.
I said it earlier, so I can't disagree.
I said it earlier. It's just this gut feeling I have every time I see it. I'm just like, it's Vandy. I'm taking Vandy. Probably gonna bite me, but
they run into a bunch of white kids.
Yeah, you never know. St. Mary's gonna come in and shoot 57% from three. But we'll see. Alabama over Robert Morris. Shout out to Robert Morris. Don't know much about him. Must have been a good guy. Got a school named after him. Watch, I'll look it up. He's gonna be like some fucking like racist piece of shit. Okay. Round of 32. Duke over Baylor. Oregon over Zona. BYU over Wisconsin. BYU makes a little run. Okay. Alabama over Vandy.
Okay, you're 6.
Then we move into the Sweet 16. The Ducks take down the Dukies. They take them right down and they quack right onto the Elite Eight. Go Ducks. Go Ducks. My prediction, Cooper Flag, not all that healthy. Gonna be bothering him whole tournament long. A couple games in, that thing's gonna get a little sore. Just saying. That's my thought there. Then we got BYU and Alabama. Does BYU do it again? No, they do not. Alabama moves on. Rico Bosco fighting to not have to ride a bus all the way to the national championship. That's an insane storyline that I'm really looking forward to sticking with is that Rico Bosco Barstool has to be in a bus for 72 hours to San Antonio to watch the Natty Championship if Alabama doesn't make it. They do make it. He flies first class. That's insane. Anywho, moving on to the Elite Eight. We have Oregon and Alabama. And the Ducks take them down. Bosco's on a bus, and the Ducks are going to the Final Four.
Wow.
Come on.
Love our picks out of this region.
Yeah, this is a good one. We spiced it up.
They're fun.
It was a little chalky in the first two.
Gotta have a fun region.
Yeah.
There's going to be a region where shit hits the fan, and I think this is the one.
The thing is that most of the time my fun region is the one
Nowhere
that
near
Duke's
close.
in. The
Yeah.
one that Duke's in.
And mine's usually nowhere near close. So I look like a complete idiot.
Mhm. But, that's the fun of the tournament. Who knows? Nobody knows anything better than anyone else.
No one. All
You
right.
can study it all you want.
Let's move on to our last region, the Midwest region. We got Houston versus SIUE. It's a long name, so I'm not saying it all.
Yep.
Give me Houston. They don't care. They're irrelevant to me. Goodbye. See you, Cougars. Goodbye. Zaga versus Georgia. Give me Caleb Battle and the Zags. Played against them in high school, so I'm going to cheer for them.
Respect.
And then my absolute favorite team of this entire tournament, besides Michigan State, give me the McNeese Cowboys over Clemson. Going to shock the world. Give me McNeese all goddamn day long. Give me him. Give me Amir Khan bumping with the speaker, getting the boys rolling. Give me the 4 transfers from Power 5 schools on the court. Let me tell you something. McNeese is a powerhouse. Watch for it.
Buddy brought the facts. If that doesn't make you want to pick McNeese, what the hell does? I already have him, but I fucking love that. That got me fired up.
Sticking with my underdogs. Purdue, a 4 seed, known choker, shouldn't be anywhere near the 4 seed. Give me High Point. Moving on.
Wave goodbye to Juice Box. Bye, Purdue. See you later.
Next up, we got Illinois versus the winner of Texas Xavier. Give me Illinois. Going to put up a lot of points in the first round. They get mopped in the second. After that, give me Kentucky over Troy. Moving on to the round of 32. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped 2 games. Give me UCLA over Utah State and give me Tennessee, the Volunteers, over Wofford. I like Wofford as a team, but they have to play Tennessee, which sucks for them.
Yep, I agree.
Moving on over to the Midwest region, we got Houston beating Gonzaga in the round of 32. We got McNeese moving on over High Point in the round of 32. I got Kentucky over Illinois, and then I got Tennessee over UCLA. My Sweet 16 for the Midwest region is Houston and McNeese. Unfortunately, as much as I love McNeese, this is where their road will end. They're going to lose to Houston. Houston's going to move on to the Elite Eight. And then Tennessee's going to beat not the Fighting Illini. They're going to beat the Wildcats of Kentucky. They're going to beat Mark, who's going to have a good showing in his first NCAA tournament, I believe. We'll see, though. I'm usually wrong about Kentucky more than half the time.
I am too. I feel like most people are. The year that they win is when everyone thinks they stink, and the year that they stink or that they're good, they stink.
Yeah, so you never know. But coming out of the Midwest region, Houston versus Tennessee. Give me the Volunteers going to the Final Four out of the Midwest region. Here we go. My Final Four is Michigan State, St. John's, Wisconsin, and Tennessee.
Love it. I love it. Let me take us home here, and then we'll get into a couple things about the tournament that we want to talk about, and then we'll get out of here.
You're around, and then we're going to speak on our national champions and give a little spiel as to why.
Love it.
We know some insider info, so we can just do it at the same time.
Facts. All right. In the Midwest, we have Houston beating the 16 seed, blah, blah, blah. Gonzaga taking down Georgia. McNeese as well, taking down Clemson. Love it. I mean, I would have switched to McNeese after I heard your speech if I didn't already have him, but I have him, and I love it, and that made me even more confident, ready to roll. Purdue, known chokers. Love the High Point pick, but I think they sneak one round out. They're going to take High Point down. Then I got Illinois beating the winner of Texas and Xavier. For the record, I think it's going to be Texas. I have a nice bet on them tonight, so horns up. Then we have Kentucky over Troy. Troy Bolton gets sent home. Back to High School Musical.
Gabriella
breaks up with him. He's done. Heart's broken. Houston over Gonzaga in the round of 32. McNeese takes down Purdue. That's why I wanted to let Purdue get around. I wanted McNeese to be the ones that put it in the jugular and take them home. See you later. McNeese goes to the Sweet 16. Then we got the what do I have? Illinois over Kentucky. Little upset there. But I think Illinois is a really good team. I think they were very banged up in the beginning of the year, and then they got healthy towards the end, found their rhythm just in time for the tournament. So I like them. Then I have Tennessee over Utah State. Did I miss that first pick before? Yeah, I did. UCLA or Utah State over UCLA.
You did what I did. You missed
Did exactly the same thing. Utah State over UCLA in the round of 64 and Tennessee over Wofford. Then in the round of 32, Tennessee over Utah State. Moving on to the Sweet 16, we have Houston taking down McNeese ends their run, just like you had. Then I have Tennessee beating Illinois to face Houston. Tennessee takes down Houston to head to the Final Four, giving me a Final Four of Michigan State, Florida, Oregon, and Tennessee.
And Mr. RJ, who do you have winning the national championship?
So first, I have Michigan State losing to the Florida Gators, heading to the national championship. Then I have Tennessee taking down the Ducks. We have another matchup, Tennessee versus Florida, two SEC teams, rivals that do not like each other. Florida beat them twice this year. Hard to beat a team 3 times. Give me the Tennessee Vols to win their first national title in school history. 2025 Tennessee Vols. Chaz Lanier, most outstanding player of the tournament. Book it.
Love it. All righty. My Final Four, as I mentioned earlier, 2-seed Michigan State versus the 2-seed St. John's. Another legendary coaching matchup in Izzo versus Pitino.
That would be unreal.
That would be a matchup for Asians. That would put eyeballs in seats. And
have all 4 of mine. I'd put on a pair of glasses just so I can have 4 eyeballs.
Next up, we got what the heck? Sorry. We got Wisconsin versus Tennessee. The Volunteers make it out of that one. They go on to the national championship. They're playing St. John's. St. John's is going to beat Rick. St. John's is going to beat Mr. Izzo. I'm speaking too fast for myself here.
Hey, rewind, cut it. We're gonna leave it in.
No, fuck that. Leaving it in.
Yeah.
I love it. We're going down though. Pitino, the Godfather. The Godfather's going to the national championship. But as you mentioned, Mr. Chaz Lanier, Zakai Ziegler, Meshack, they're gonna win it for the Tennessee Volunteers. That's my national champion. Let's go, Vols. Let's go, Big Ron. Let's go, Chuck. Chuck went to Auburn, but I don't care. Let's go, Chuck. Come on.
Yo, that's
Guarantee. Tennessee Volunteers will win the national championship.
Yo, that fucking set me. Let's go, Chuck. Chuck went to Auburn. Immediately corrected it. That's fucking funny. I love that we're both on Tennessee, though. We didn't even, just so everybody knows, everybody watching,
Not playing.
did not tell each other anything about our brackets before we made them.
No, we didn't actually at all. Not even aware.
We had a brief conversation before this podcast started, not talking about what we were picking for everything, so we could talk about it on here. And we both picked the same national champion. So that's 100% podcast chemistry. That deserves a subscribe. Please go click the subscribe button. We're going to wrap this thing up because March Madness is right around the corner.
My friend.
Tomorrow.
To you. Tomorrow. Well, technically speaking, it would be today. Good luck, everybody.
True.
Begins now.
Also, add this in. The link will be on the Instagram story. Pro Am Pod Bracket Challenge is back again. Make sure you submit your bracket in by 12:15 tomorrow. We'll have that on the Instagram story, on Twitter, on whatever the hell else. It'll be linked to this.
Get them in.
Have it in there. If you can't find it, search it. Pro Am Pod Bracket. Spaces in between each word. Pro Am Pod Bracket.
Love it.
Easy.
It's March, the time of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, catch you soon. Peace.
Later.